So the human activity I chose for this assignment is pollution. Pollution is what we do when we damage an environment, hurt it, make it very dirty, make it basically throw out garbage everywhere. There are three types of pollution. There's land pollution, water pollution, air pollution. Land pollution, in depending on how perspective you look at, is the least fatal to the environment and the least dangerous. That's because there's other there because water pollution and air pollution is just way more dangerous than land pollution, but it's still dangerous since it can take up space, trap animals, and dirty resources. Water pollution it's extremely important since water large bodies of water like the ocean and lakes, they are the most diverse and baseline probably the most important ecosystems in our on our planet. If you dirty the ocean and we take away some of the species, then maybe the entire ecosystem of the earth would just fall apart. And also, if you dirty the water, make it undrinkable, the most organisms would die from from being poisoned by the dirty water, since we all need water to survive. And next is air pollution. Air pollution is when we make the air very dirty and unbreathable. Air, like, this is very dangerous since we breathe air for oxygen. If the air is dirty, we we can get diseases or even get sick from it. And if it's unbreathable to the point of it'll kill us, we either suffocate or die from diseases. Also, air pollution also leads to very thick fogs like just particles in the air blocking out the sun. We'll call off all the plants and also the photoplankton and all anything that relies on sun for photosynthesis. But since they are the bottom line for of the food chain and they're the primary consumers, then everything every organism on earth is probably gonna be dead. The impact of the problem, it's a very huge problem. There's pollution everywhere, especially in the ocean. Yeah, I've probably heard of the Pacific garbage patch. It has reached the size of a small island. It's just floating in the Pacific Ocean. Also, we even found plastic bags at the bottom of the ocean, especially in the Mariana Trench. We can see the impact by looking at the deepest point of the ocean, the Mariana Trench, and you can occasionally see plastic black bags floating around there. There's also microplastic. Even though I, it's very tiny. It's microplastic. It's literally in most organisms we have found them in. This is how much we spread. Most organisms contain garbage that we produce, and then millions of animals die each year choking on our garbage and getting stuck in it. Let's have a solution. You have to since it's a really large. It's really a large problem. You can't really just give out one solution and probably work out. You have to get multiple. Like you have to recycle, you have to create less garbage, use reusable resources, since we don't have to create more garbage to deal with. And we have to also lower carbon emissions, which affects air pollution. Like I said, recycle, and also use biodegradable resources, which they're resources that can get composted, and they won't stick. The most common and easiest solution to do is to lower the amount of plastic used, recycle, and pick up garbage off the ground. Resistance. I really hope there aren't any resistance to this, since it's such a large impact and impacts most organisms. It affects us. So if they resist it, then then I doubt that, since they also affects them later on as the social gets worse, their kids, everything on the planet will be affected by this. So even if they resist after we tell them how big this problem is, and how they'll affect them for the rest of their lives, one rest of their bloodline probably. And we have to show them what future will be like if we don't start doing things now. This is a very big problem, which probably maybe starting now is already a bit too late. But better start now than later.